mountains of Sikkim, the Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club, united by name, united by purpose. Two debutants stepping into the unknown, where every pass writes history for the very first time at the Kuman Lampa Stadium. The stage is familiar, but for them, everything is new. In a competition where margins are razor thin, every carry weight. So five teams in the group, few will move forward. For these two, this isn't just a first game, it's an early test of belonging. Setting the split of Group A early in the day, FC Rangdai, the hosts, with a 3-0 victory over Ara FC. The Mawlai Sports Club, the side from Meghalaya, shaped by the vibrant footballing culture, expressive, energetic, and Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club, a side built on unity, discipline, active strength. Different paths, same ambition. Now the two captains for the toss is Daman Bhalang, Mawlai Sports Club, the captain, and the number 15 will be leading the Sikkim Brotherhood Ball Club. The referee in charge is Rajkumar Angosana Singh, supported by Sumit Kakade and Prem Nursery. McVille Yashu is the fourth official. And here are the Kumal Lampak Stadium under the cloud cover. The air feels heavier, the anticipation stronger, as two stories prepare to unfold. Mawlai Sports Club, from a land where football is everyday life. Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club, bound not just by name but by shared belief. For both, this is more than just a match, it is a first step into a wider world. And if we talk about the two teams, beginning with the Mawlai Sports Club and how they've set themselves in a 4-3-3. Lambhamiki, the guardian in goal, a side filled with familiar faces from Shillong's footballing stage, and up top, Lang form, in focus, the man they look to. Narayan Chetri is leading the Sikkim Brotherhood this evening. They arrive here in Imphal with a trimmed just 14 players, a major test of depth and endurance in their debut season. That's because Mawlai are simultaneously competing in the Meghalaya State League, where they are currently in strong form from 3 in the group stage. But this is match number 2 of the I-League 3, and we are underway. Under the Imphal afternoon, new stories find their beginning. This is no longer the calm of morning. This is a contest ready to ignite. Mawlai Sports Club stepping into their first chapter, carrying the pride of Meghalaya. Brotherhood Football Club, a name that's of unity, now seeking its place on this stage. Representing Sikkim, a region steadily growing in India's football landscape, a re-gifted players like Baichung Bhutia, Sanju Pradhan, Nirmal Chetris, and Bikas Jairus. The journey to I-League 3 has been shaped through local competition, earning the right to step onto this national stage. And here they come straight on the attack. Chance opens up early doors. Good save from Lambha. Miki Lamare makes a strong. Saurav Biswas had the chance to put Sikkim Brotherhood FC in the lead with just 5 minutes on the clock. Questions will be asked on Mawlai Sports Club and their defending. Like many teams from the hills, they bring energy, work rate, and a strong sense of team cohesion. What stands out is their discipline. They play as a unit, they defend as a unit, and they look to build patiently. The Sikkim Brotherhood just mirroring Mawlai in a 4-3-3 with Debnath Mondal between the posts, Saddam Hussain anchoring in front of the back line, Gurung and Narendra given license to roam, and Saurav Biswas ahead, aided by Sailesh Pradhan and Tandon Lepcha on either side, ready to strike. Abhishek Gurung and Narendra Chetri will operate as the from the natural region. They look to push up. Saddam Hussain protective screen in front of the back four. Siddhant Dorji and the captain Naryan Chetri will be marshalling the back line. Anurag Chetri and Dylan Chetri are the two fullbacks. And on the flip side, Herring Shangpliang went with a couple of protective screens. Two holding midfielders, Shamlang Rimpe and Virgilas Shilla. Both of them deployed ahead of Shariwal Lingdo and Ricky. Wachpa Latu and Mokro will look to provide the widths. And Daman Bhalang taking up the number 10 role. Soothing will look to strike the number 9. Basuklang and Robertson on wings. Ferming Soothing. He scored a decisive goal for Mawlai in a 3-2 victory against Rangjaya United, if you remember last year, in the Meghalaya Super League. Squad curtailed to 15 this season. The rest of them are taking part in the Meghalaya Super League. Daman Bhalang fresh from a hat-trick though. He's a senior man. What a ball played forward. Soothing is offside. Daman Bhalang has played in the Calcutta Football League as well in the print for PLS. He is a senior man. Rinthi Sports Club, his first professional club in Meghalaya, and now shifted base to Mawlai. High Sikkim Brotherhood. A touch slightly below par from the number 11, Tandon Lepcha. He played for Akraman Sports Club last year in the Sikkim Premier League. Was the emerging player in the semi-final as well. And the franchisee state leagues are certainly a shot in the arm, and that extends the supply line to the top division, and for that matter even to the national team. We saw the popularity of Super League Kerala last year, and the Bengal Super League as well. We'll come back to that. Mawlai. It was a lovely build-up. A ball rotation so quick. Spotted the run of Fearing Soothing. And eventually went out for a corner. Sikkim Brotherhood will have to defend this. Devnath Mondal, very experienced, 28 years old, the goalkeeper, joining them from Kolkata. Once part of the Bengaluru United as well. Daman with that in dipper. There was a chance at the back post. Virgilus Schiller couldn't make the contact. Went for that header. The number 5. Luscane Social and Cultural Sporting Club, his previous club is. 10 minutes of play gone. Here at the Kumar Lampak Stadium, it's 0-0. The Group B games also taking part here. The size turf, a few kilometers drive from here. No reliance on individuals. It's the collective that drives them forward, the Sikkim Brotherhood. And in a league like this, that unity can often be their biggest strength. There's a lump upfield. It's got Saurav for company. Takes a look up. Picks out the right pass. Can he get the shot away? In it comes. Lambhamiki. A regulation take for the goalkeeper. Did manage to room for the shot. Lacked power though. Had no problems whatsoever. Just had to dive to his left. Lambha collect that ball. And now rolls it down the line. This is looking good. Mawlai, Soothing's attempted cross takes a deflection. Brings it down inside the penalty area. Basuklang. He's made a couple of appearances last year in the Durand Cup for Rangajed. That's a solid challenge. Deemed as a foul. The challenge is real. The squad split in two. The head coach Shang Pliang leading the travelling group here, while the rest continue their state campaign under the assistant coach Dapmon Karyang. And on the pitch they've been effective going forward. Daman Bhalang, 5 goals already, the man to watch. Though defensively they've conceded in every game so far in the Meghalaya Super League. Something that could be tested at this level. Daman went low. No elevation on that free kick. Forcing a quicker tempo, Mawlai, and not allowing a Sikkim Brotherhood to settle down deep inside their own region where they look to play out from. Possession is back with Mawlai. Tries to thread it through. Takes no risk whatsoever. The Mawlais step onto the national stage for the very first time. The focus is clear to make it count. It hasn't been an easy road, financial and logistical challenges along the way. But what they bring is a largely homegrown squad built on belief, identity and togetherness. Post delivery, there's that flick on. Right idea. Falters slightly in execution. A clear ambition, not just to compete but to push for promotion to the I-League 2. Isn't just participation, it's the beginning of what they hope becomes a defining chapter in this story. A club with over a century of history now stepping onto the national. They are here as reigning Meghalaya State League champions, earning their place in I-League, gate to India's professional pyramid. And this competition, introduced by the All India Football Federation in 2023, brings together state champions from across the country. The first real step towards the I-League 2 and beyond. End of the first quarter's play. No joy yet for either side. For Meghalaya, it's a familiar pathway. Rangda Jayad United have had their chance in 2023, and now Mawlai take the baton after lifting the MSL crown. They have the pedigree. Back-to-back Shillong Premier League titles and that championship success. The recent months have been more testing, just short in the SPL and semi-finalists in the SSA Super Cup. And challenge continues for them. This campaign overlaps with the ongoing State League season, where they have started well, but with fixtures still to come. A test not just of quality, but of squad depth, planning and resilience. Somehow they deal with it, only partially though. Sikkim Brotherhood, their journey to I-League 3 built through the local football circuit. A region steadily growing within India's football map, and this is a significant moment for the club. A side shaped by unity, discipline and a strong collective identity. It's an opportunity to test themselves at the national level and to announce their arrival. Can they announce their arrival in style from the scorer? We'll get another go at it. It's clipped towards the back post and tipped over keeper. Lambhamiki Lamare called into action for the second time within 18 minutes. That was going in. No pace on that header though. Tendon Lepcha delivers the corner. And referee signals a goal kick. Rajkumar Singh. This was it. Just couldn't sort his feet out. 22 years old Lambhamiki Lamare played last season in the Santosh Trophy for his state. Of Meghalaya's final round squad as well, which competed in Hyderabad. Both Meghalaya and Sikkim come from the regions where football runs deep, but their journeys have taken different paths. In Meghalaya, the game is woven into life. Shillong in particular, long regarded as one of India's footballing hubs, producing talent, passion and a strong club culture through competitions like the Shillong Premier League. Devnath Mondal has travelled across the country, from the east to down south. And Naryan Chetri was with Garhwal. Has a very promising youth career with the Kerala Blasters reserve. His career didn't flourish as much as one would have expected. And now driving through the middle, stopped in his tracks. Filming Soothing. He was picking up pace. Can he get the cross in? Upman. Inside the box. Makes space for the shot. Doesn't get through. Maybe now. Straight at Devnath Mondal. A quick release. This is onto the feet of Saurav. The referee was very close to the incident. And there you go, Saurav Viswas is hit a bottleneck. And rides the first challenge. Dillon managed to the football was with the Army Red football team as well. He's won the Santosh Trophy a couple of years ago with the services side. Quickly taken by Narendra. And now Dillon. The keeper made to work. And a hit. Two more behind that shot. It's a system built on community. Ball is played, followed and lived. Sikkim is a developing but steadily rising footballing region. And when it comes to the club football, with structured leagues and growing investment, the focus has been on building pathways and giving local talent a platform. The progress may be gradual, but it is purposeful. Pushing forward with purpose. The men in blue, Dillon Chhetri, who went for that lofted pass. The northeast of India remains one of the true lifelines of the country's footballing landscape. The regions like Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Sikkim have consistently produced players, passion and a deep-rooted football culture. And here football has played its part of everyday life, from local grounds to packed community tournaments. The pathway begins early and runs deep. Virgilus loses out, but Mawlai, they pinch possession back. Schiller, a quick 1-2, shoots from distance, and not shot shy at all, both the sides. They're trying to test the keepers at both ends. It did rain in the first game. A much better conditions now. On to the captain, Damang. A progressive pass from Sikkim. This is looking good. Much promising. Tendon takes a tumble, but referee waves play on. A nice reverse pass. Dillon Chhetri. And now combines. Here comes the cutback. A goal was gaping. Tencha puts it in a great area. And look at that pass. A beautiful cutback. across the face of goal. The ball. Adventurous start for Dilon Chetri. End on. He's running the show, pulling the strings from midfield. Saddam Hussein is the destructive midfielder. Oh, this was another opportunity. Wasted. End on Lepcha. Beautiful setup towards the on-rushing number. Should have scored. Back-to-back chances. Sikkim Brotherhood. They are knocking the door. A goal kick. Devnath Mondal had a decent season in the CFL Premier Division last year. Now the ongoing season late. Lamare tested early. Tendon Lepcha would have given his side the lead. Did set him up nicely. Sailesh Pradhan. Oh, quick feet. Turns away from his marker. Plays it forward. He's got a couple of blue shirts to aim at. Lambhamiki Lamare makes the save, just turning it behind for a corner. He's been kept busy. The Meghalaya number 1. The Mawlai Sports Club custodian. Really grown into the game, Sikkim Brotherhood, despite making a slow start. Outswinger, knocked back into the area. There's a shot. Just wide. Good attempt from Siddhant Dorji. There you go. Beautifully lifted towards the back post. It was knocked down for the centre back. Flashed wide by Siddhant Dorji. Siddhant. That's a fine turn. Lovely driving forward, he keeps going. Passed a couple of yellow shirts already, but couldn't get past the third. Great recovery from Mawlai. Didn't commit, stayed with him, Ricky. Went off balance in the end. Looking dangerous. A sort of Biswas was the man. Half an hour's play gone here at the Kumar Lampak Stadium. Still 0-0. You're watching the I-League 3. The second game of Group A. The other two groups held at Balaghat and in Bengaluru. Be at the city, but different. Just inviting Mawlai to go and open up the defense line. Mawlai should be careful and not fall into the trap. Someone like Liang as the head coach, who's no stranger to taking shit up to national level. He's coached around the trade in 2013-14 I-League. Was in charge of the Langton League Second Division 1918 season. Gletan Doji is his part. The head coach of Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club. The local lad, relying mostly on the son of the soil. A few recruitments from West Bengal as well. The like of Debnath and Saurav looking to cut through. Beautiful set. And for the third time in the first half, Lambhamiki redeems himself with a wonderful save from Dion Chitri. But the score change, a courtesy, Lambhamiki stupendous goalkeeping. A couple of times has denied the men in blue from close range. That's far out. I won't bother the keeper. Feeding talent into creations, strengthening the national game from the ground up. The I-League 3 may be higher, but its importance to Indian football is enormous. The national pyramid truly begins in bringing together state champions from across the country, and it provides clubs a pathway from local leagues to the national stage and eventually up to I-League 2 and beyond. Another searching ball in no man's land. Now those two in blue attracting attention of Owacha Latu and Shariwal Lingdo, all confined in the middle, leaving the wide area vacated. There was a lot of lacuna on the right hand side of the Mawlai Sports Club defense. And for the players as well, it's a exposure. For clubs, it's opportunity. And for Indian football, it's depth, because without a strong foundation, the top never truly grow. an idol, the uncapped players. This is why the I-League third division becomes so important. Again, trying to stretch the Mawlai defense. They've had the better exchanges. But can Mawlai hit them on the break? So quick on the offensive transition. A slight mistake from the defense. Players arriving, trying to overload the penalty area. Set up nicely. They took it off. A terrible clearance. Falls kindly for Virgilis Schiller. That was too high from the number 5. No spotlight before this. No headlines. But here every performance is an opportunity to be seen. Now the scouts are watching, the clubs are watching. And one good tournament can change everything. Puts it in the same area. This is something they need to get it right. The quality of the cross is so crucial. Otherwise, the end product. Yes, man, Lambhamiki deserves a lot of credit for keeping Mawlai Sports Club in the game. Otherwise, they could have been down by a couple of goals. Silver reflexes from Lamare. Back towards him. Wayward from Mawlai. They're inviting the pressure. Stays on. 3 blue shirts. Ricky puts it out of the danger zone. They got to make sure they spend some time on the ball to find the rhythm. They play it amongst themselves, but the way they give away the ball so cheaply in the influence area can actually hurt Mawlai. Come of doing so well in the Meghalaya Super League, where the standard of football is so high. The clubs like the Shillong Lajong, Rangajade, Royal Wahingo, the Rinthi Sports Club all participate. Compared to the Sikkim Premier League, which is in season, the MSL is quite an old one. These are indeed the building blocks for the top division. These are the stages to unearth raw talents. Decent ball played in. We saw Irfan Yadwad finish as the highest scorer of the I-League second division 3 seasons ago for Sporting Club Bengaluru, earning him an ISL contract with Chennai. Made his senior India debut as well. The yellow card was out immediately. Rajkumar Singh. And we have the first booking of this game. It's Dilon Khadka Chetri, the left full back of Sikkim Brotherhood FC, on the referee's book. He looks all right though. There's Watshaw Latu. Haven't seen much of him in the first half. Arkibor Makro as the other fullback. At some point in the second half, you might see Shangpliang sacrificing one of its defensive midfielders and opting an extra attacker in the front line. Play resumes. Over the top. He's got 2 yellow shirts for support. Maintaining the shape so well. Was it wrestled back? Overplays it slightly. Samlang Rimpai. Ball retention so quick. No nonsense defending from Sikkim Brotherhood. Sauravas the target man. There he is. Commits a foul. Used his shoulder. Appeared round the back of Ricky. Samlang. Between the lines. Daman Bhalang. Now spreading it out wide. The first touch wasn't that great. Recovers well. Alongside him was the captain again, who likes to orchestrate play from the central region. And the free kick eventually goes Mawlai's way. In the last few minutes, the side from Meghalaya are making their way back into this match. The utilization of the dead ball so important. Was a cakewalk for FC Rindai earlier in the day. All the 3 goals came in the second half. Short free kick. Some training ground trick. Access denied by Sikkim Brotherhood. Lambamiki Lamare, the standout performer of this half. Had he not been there today, Mawlai would have been chasing this game, down by a couple of goals. Thanks to Lamare and his heroic stuff. Is offside clearly. They've got a champion manager in Hering Shangpliang, who won the Sikkim Premier League with Mawlai in 2023. They train together almost throughout the year. They stay together. They have been training under the same head coach for quite some time now. Slightly stunned, slightly overawed with the way Sikkim Brotherhood approached the first half, the way they started the game after the first quarter. Where's that dink? Continued with his run. Good looking ball. Debnath Mondal to the rescue. The first real impactful delivery from Mawlai. Coming back the other way, Sikkim. The pass misplaced. Samlang. This is Shariwal Lingdo. During his youth days, rose through the ranks of Baichung Bhutia Football Academy, the BFF, with centers across the country. He was the icon of Indian football, Baichung Bhutia. That mantle was passed on to Sunil Chhetri. There is a dearth of number 9s. Even the top. Why All India Football Federation a few years ago decides to abolish the use of foreign players from the lower, from the state leagues, to provide more game time to the Indian strikers. And you saw the likes of Irfan Yadwad emerging, benefiting from that. Was having a decent season with Chennai FC. Another shot, beaten away. Lamar has been tested time and again. Tendon Lepcha decides to put his laces through that one. Narendra with a throw in. Oh, it's a good looking shot. Saved, yet another save. Back to back from Lamare. Mawlai Sports Club's hero of the first 45. Look at that from the throw in. Time in the first half. Is called into action. In a space of few seconds, back-to-back saves from the goalkeeper. Two powerful strikes from the keeper. Goes low this time. Tried to be a bit too clever. Only by half. Another header, looping one, off target. Saurav Biswas looked interested. No damage done. A few seconds of stoppage time left. And now trudging forward, 5 yellow shirts. Well, the back tidying up very quickly. I'm going to last for 2 more minutes. 120 seconds for the designated home team. Punt. Wasn't a bad delivery at all. Watshaw has been kept quiet most of the first half. Overlap. Now Samlang. Counter could be on here. That takes too much time though. Will he go crossfield? The referee calls back play. Injury concern is Dilon Chetri. He needs treatment. He might have twisted his ankle. Slightly flashy the footings due to constant the last few days. That's what the coaches instruct, not to commit early. Top players are mostly on standing tackles. Now the full-blooded challenge is the last option to contain a player. His left knee now heavily. And he might be carrying an injury as well. Abhishek Gurung. Incredible touch. Concedes a corner. Just a few seconds left. Referee checks his watch. Might be the last piece of action of this half. And this is an opportunity for Sikkim Brotherhood FC. Narendra Chetri. Too much a fight. Wasn't the greatest of deliveries. Lamare, clearly. Mawlai is hero. Had he not been there, would have been a different story completely. And there you go, end of play. The Mawlai Sports Club versus Sikkim Brotherhood FC ends at as the players they head towards the dressing room for the lemon break. Half-time scoreline from the Kumar Lampak Stadium. It's Mawlai Sports Club 0, Sikkim Brotherhood FC 0. The highlights from the first half. This was the early chance. This was the second. Just had to touch it in. Virgila Silla. The first attempt on target. Lamare making that save. Back-to-back corners. The Sikkim Brotherhood looked quite threatening at point. The tendon lecture with that cutback. And no one was present. Sadhan playing him in. But Tandon easing it over the top. Hit from the centre back. From a corner. And this set up beautifully blocked by Lamar Feet. Closing it down at the right time. And that did set up for Sheila at the edge. Winning this 50-50. A couple of great runs down the right hand side, resulting into that save. And then back-to-back ones from Lamare. He's made 3 saves, in fact, in a space of 1.5 minutes. This corner had no elevation. Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club, the better of the two teams in the first half. Don't go anywhere. We'll join you shortly with the second 45. So the return now under an evening sky in Imphal as the begins to soften, but the contest is only sharpening. The goalless at the break, yet not without story. Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club, the more threatening across the first 45, probing, pressing, asking the bigger questions, but denied time and again because Sports Club had a last line that refused to yield. Lambhamiki Lamare, 5 saves, 5 moments of resistance. And the second half begins here. Mawlai Sports Club, the side from Meghalaya in their yellow and green outfit, will be attacking from the right to left of your screen and protecting their goal on the left hand side, the men in blue, the Sikkim Brotherhood FC. The game begins towards its decisive chapter. Will persistence be rewarded, or will resilience find its moment? And now, as the evening settles, because matches like these drift quietly before they suddenly turn, evening in Imphal still level. Sikkim Brotherhood FC on top. Mawlai is surviving. I got to be seen now who breaks through. Just like the Meghalaya Super League, the Sikkim Premier League is also on. Are absolutely vital to the Indian football ecosystem. There are plans to have the Northeast Super League as well, with 8 states in the future. Skipping past the challenges. Great give and go. But the end product yet again. Missing that cutting edge in front of goal. Mawlai. Injury concern. He was limping slightly. Anurag Chetri. The local talents really gets its first real platform where the clubs build identity and the competitive football becomes part of the community. And the local talent gets these leagues act as the foundation, producing the state champions who then step onto the national stage through competitions like the I-League 3. Exposure for the players, for clubs, its structure, and for the country, its sustainability. And without strong state leagues, the pyramid simply cannot function. And we need someone to hold up play in the middle of the park. Mawlai. The start to the second half, much better. The likes of Samlang, Virgilus and Daman Bhalang need to step up, need to get involved more. The onus will be on the number 8 to get the likes of Basuklang Binang and Robertson grow into the game. Use them more often than not. Mostly Mawlai are trying to penetrate down the center. They've got to try and stretch the opposition from the wide areas. They've got really 2 good wingers in Basuklang and Robertson. They have a free kick. Fleming Soothing is the target man. It's Daman to take it. Daman's ball in, collected Devnath Mondal makes the best use of his height. He's got a tall frame. An action at the other end. Here's that outside dodge into the side netting. Now they are getting their time in again. Not managing to find the defining touch. A lovely step over from Narayan Chhetri. And a pouring forward, Mawlai looked towards his left. The number 30 takes it, and now tried to take on the entire Sikkim defense. The ball comes in, and that's a goal. Wonderful strike against the run of play. The sides from Meghalaya have their noses in front. The Sikkim Brotherhood fans mustn't have expected that. Took it down on the first touch and drills it into the bottom corner with the second. What a brilliant goal. Mawlai Sports Club in the lead. A stunning strike. And just like the last game where FC Rangdai scored all three in the second 45. Will this be something similar? Sikkim Brotherhood are trailing. 10 minutes into the second half. They found a goal, Mawlai. The door opens up from the right hand side. Options down the center. Looking good for the second. Oh. Over the top. Fearing Soothing should have scored. Fearing Soothing had the chance to is the lead. What a breakneck beginning to the second half. Now the combination play, the link-up plays, absolutely top-notch from Mawlai. Looks to be a completely different side than the first 45. Almost as if cut off from a different piece of cloth. The Sikkim Brotherhood had so much of dominance, but Hering Shankliang had to alter his game plan and make a few adjustments. And they've started the second half on a stronger note, but got to avoid giving away corners that way. Cross delivered, there's the header! And a fumble from the keeper, Lamare. Slipped through. And Narendra Chhetri and got to be taken from the far left. That's the signal. And the pinpoint ball delivered by Narendra. I took it on the bounce, Lamare, but couldn't gather it up. It slipped through his hands. Pushed some heavy touch down there. The play stopped. Going to be a booking. And this was the Tried to find Siddhant Darji. Went for the shot, lost the ball completely, made contact with Vatsha Latu. And after tonight, we return day after tomorrow with the second match day of Group A. On match day 2, Sunrise Club of Orissa will be in action. This was the goal. The only highlight moment of this match. We've had too many in the first half. Mostly Lambamiki Lamare versus Sikkim Brotherhood FC, but the tables have turned in the second half. As I was mentioning, the Sunrise Club Orissa will be in action against Mawlai Sports Club, but couldn't escape the card. The players stretch it off. The Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club will take on RIFC, who are down in the dump with a goal difference of -3. Lost the opening game by a big margin to the hosts. And Owls play on. It's Mawlai Sports Club 1, Sikkim Brotherhood FC 0. The I-League 3rd division underway. The first division rebranded as the Indian Football League, with a club from the northeast in with a shout in the title race in Shillong Lajong. They drew goalless against Dempo last evening at the Polo Stadium. Another club from Meghalaya in action at the 3rd division, Mawlai Sports Club. Can they join Shillong Lajong in the top division in the near future? A lot of hurdles to overcome. Meghalaya with a very strong football history. They played the Santosh Trophy final a couple of seasons ago, lost to Karnataka in the final. Oh, creates room for the cross. Might be the second. Cleared just in time, but no distance on it. It's still bobbing in the area. Devnath Mondal beaten once already. Let's see for how long Lambamiki manages to keep the clean sheet intact. As I've mentioned right before, they conceded in all of their 5 games in the Meghalaya Super League. It was a challenge for Shangpliang to deal with this leaky defense. They could have gone down by multiple goals in the first half. The rub of the green just went their way, rode their luck. The Sikkim Brotherhood, had they taken their chances, could have been a different story. Narayan Chetri, he needs treatment. The referee just seeks for medical assistance. The physio comes running in. He'll have to go out for treatment. Still no changes. Sailesh Pradhan, another product of the Red Panda Football Club, will be retrieved. Can he recycle it back? Goes behind. Rolls it across. Tried to go direct. And a quick turnover. Mawlai. Fleming keeps going. It's a lovely ball. Through. And it's in goal. The number 2 for Mawlai Sports Club. Poor defending from Sikkim Brotherhood. Individual brilliance from Fleming Soothing. He was on his bike. Here's that toe poke from Robertson. And a simple tap in. Clipped the crossbar. And Mawlai Sports Club have doubled their lead. And just like the FC Rangdai and the Yara FC game, this one swings in a similar fashion. It's Mawlai Sports Club 2, Sikkim Brotherhood FC 0. It's been a tale of two halves. The first 45, Sikkim haven't taken their chances, which Mawlai did in the second 45. Still about 25 minutes of regulation time left. The Sikkim Brotherhood, somehow, if they manages to pull one back somehow, one can lead to another. Much more organized. The cohesion which lacked at the start is quite visible in the second half. Fleming Soothing, punched away by the keeper, parried away by Debnath. Fleming Soothing, known for scoring decisive goals. Robertson's toe poke clipped the crossbar. It was turned home by a yellow shirt from close range. A good team goal. The side just benefiting from Fleming Soothing's brilliance. Oh, what a run from the number 9. It shows what he's made of. Proves his mettle. Can they find a strong response? Sikkim. Sailesh Pradhan. The cross is blocked off. Sailesh. Looping ball in. Yet to anchor both the head coaches with their options on the bench. This is an opportunity, the best of the second. But they've hit a bottleneck yet again. Ilambhamiki Lamare. He stood tall for the 6th time in this game. 5 saves in the first half. The first one in the second. Saurav Biswas, has he left his scoring boots in the locker room? Pradhan. plan didn't work out. They're aiming for a quick counter. And the Mawlai against Sunrise Club of Odisha will be a tough game. Continues to carry forward with the ball. Framing, soothing. It's time on its head. It's changed the complexion of the game. And that's what happens when you have a quality number 9 in your squad. He has the ability to hold up play, reduces a lot of pressure on the defense, and keeps the opposition second guessing and onto their toes. A high boot, who wins it clean. Daman over the top, and now picking up pace. Can he get there? Yes, he does. Soothing, who was challenged by Siddhant Darji. Corner given. Will this come to fruition now? That was Mokro. That tried to square up his teammate. Away. And past the second as well. Quick feet from the attacker. Unable to find his teammate. The cross delivered in complete contrast to the work done before. "20 participating teams in this edition. A lovely play. Beautifully marshalled in the end. Sikkim Brotherhood searching for some motivation from somewhere or the other. A goal can change the complexion. It swung like a pendulum from one end to the other. That's more like it from Sikkim. Sells one dummy, swings his left foot off the mark. That was Anurag Chetri. A couple of players down on the deck. Play stopped. Mawlai Sports Club won't mind if they manages to find another goal. They go level on points and level on goal difference as well with FC Randai. Only the group winners make their way directly into the final round and will be joined by 2 second best teams out of the 4 groups. Now the group winners are guaranteed a spot in the final round. The others will have to depend on other results. We haven't entered that phase yet. Just the first match day. The group will eventually take shape with FC Rangdai already off the mark, and now Mawlai chasing them down. You're not going to beat a keeper of Lamare's stature with that kind of a ball. Too close to him. Almost a catching practice for him. Still managed to get the header through. Not on target. Daman Bhalang, the half side's top goal scorer in the domestic league. A red hot form this season with 5 goals. Has he played it out? Yes, he has. And the Royal Rangers are taking on Bakpat FC. And that game is live from Balaghat. There's that reverse ball. Still couldn't find the right pass. The end product letting them down every time. We are into the last quarter. They really need to pull their socks up. And that's a terrible touch, allows Daman to step in and steal the ball as well. Searching for options. Had options on both sides, went for a difficult pass when there were simpler options. And now cutting in central, adding another extra body in the middle. It's 2-on-2. This could be trouble. Chance for Sikkim Brotherhood. From that same area, the same man, Tandon Lepcha. Beaten Riki for pace. The angle was too acute though. The home side FC Rangdai will be in action again on 1st of May. Fresh from 4 days break. A lot of excitement among their fans to watch their club play at this level for the very first time. And if they can make it to the final round, that would be a great result. If they can go even further, that is going to be quite a statement in their debut season. We saw packed house at the Kumar Lampak Stadium during the Durand Cup, all the group games. Even Hyderabad versus Indian Army football team, it was a packed house. The group started with a Imphal derby between Niroka and Trau. Oh, lovely, good presence of mind. It has opened up. Just had to square it. He was steering in the middle. Here's a chance. Here's another goal. Easy as they come. Basuklang Bina with the third. The first goal certainly opened the floodgates. A simple finish from the 6-yard box. Basuk Langbina, the former Rangajayad man, onto the score sheet. Just like FC Rangdai, it's a cakewalk. It's a walk in the park for Mawlai. The second 45. A display of different set of characters. Looked much more relaxed, much more composed and measured. Sikkim Brotherhood in the opening exchanges, but Mawlai, they clawed their way back. The second half certainly belongs to them. They've addressed their first half mistakes and made a strong comeback. It's an own goal. Another sign of communication gap and a consolation goal for Sikkim. And this was the move. Cross delivered from the left. And the header. No, it's been turned in by a blue shirt. The scoreline reads Mawlai Sports Club 3, Sikkim Brotherhood FC 1. Will there be a twist in the tail with 10 minutes of regulation time left? Sikkim finally managed to break that door down after enormous efforts. A poacher's finish from Saurav Biswas. The former East Bengal and Calcutta Customs striker will join back Wadi Athletic Club for the CFL Premier Division, scheduled to start from the month of June. The 2026 season gets underway. Pasuklang runs into a blue shirt. We've had 4 goals in the second half. It's been eventful for the neutrals. Waits for another cross. Now the blue shirts queuing up. Oh, what a save! Excellent. Even though the flag went up, but still it needed that acrobatic Lamare to make sure it stays away from goal. They're holding on to the ball for too long. Daman Bhalang, the first touch deserts him. Otherwise, the number 4 was written on the cards for Mawlai. Last ditch defending. Siddhant Darji. Now they set the break here with a breakaway move. Sikkim Brotherhood. Saurav Biswas, the goal scorer. Will there be some changes? Gletson Dorji Mokhtan Will he look for some attacking options? His side trailing at this stage. Pratik Lama is on. Makes the first change. Oh, what a peach of a ball from the number 2. They need more of that, Sikkim. Timed that jump to perfection as well. Just the point of contact was slightly imperfect. They got to hold on for few more minutes. Regulation time of less than 6 minutes left on the clock. And if it ends this way, Mawlai will stay second in the group. A goal difference of +3 for FC Rangdai. And as it stands, it's +2 for Mawlai. Firing on all cylinders, Sikkim. Here is the cross. Will it be the second one? So close. Breakneck pace. Rajat Tamang. That header didn't go in. Pratik Lama and Rajat Tamang are the 2 changes inflicted by Glitsindorji Mokhtan. This game is getting feisty. Another stoppage from Rajkumar Singh. And this is why a challenge from behind. He gets away with it. He did well to keep the card in his pocket. A challenge from behind always calls for a card. A slightly lenient on that occasion, Rajkumar Singh. A chance for the players to hydrate themselves. A hint of early monsoon in peak summer here in Imphal. It's a lovely place. Mandalay, just a few kilometers drive from here. Trouble in behind. Yet again, the angle was so narrow. Now the keeper had that covered as well. Tendon Lepcha. We're going to try and think something different. You saw wingers cut in from there to create the shooting angle. The defender just forcing him wide and eventually commits to the dead side. That's intercepted. That's cut off. Good defensive work from the captain, Daman Bhalang. The free kick goes against him. For the previous challenge though. Pratik. Is there another magic moment for Sikkim? Pratik Lama is ready. Pratik's ball. Good shape on it. Referee signals for a corner. This was the free kick. Out-swinging delivery. Now the set-piece expert Pratik once more. That's in swinging. Evades a couple of blue ones. Is still in play. Chaos! And off the goal mouth. More drama. There was the goal mouth chaos. Samlang Rimpai, who cleans up the danger in the end. The players are back up. And there is still time for Sikkim. Near post one. It's partially cleared. Danger still lurking. I didn't have the legs to reach it. They will slow down the tempo. Not in real hurry. They soaked up a lot of pressure ever since conceding the first goal. And they know it can be tricky if Sikkim somehow manages to find another goal. Just have to spend time on the ball and tactically manage this game. A real test of character. How you deal with this pressure situations really matters in the long run. That helps you grow as a player. A quick decision making under pressure, very crucial. There's that dink high boot. Now the free kick will go Mawlai's way. There you go. Not much options on the bench for Mawlai Sporting Club. But the last thing they would want to prevent is injuries. And just 4 players on the bench for Herring Shangpliang. He's got a champion's mentality. The injury looks slightly serious. It looks like a head injury. I need to conduct concussion tests, which is quite the mandate. 5 minutes added on. .6 minutes rather. That extra minute taken in that treatment. Getting it over the top. It's never over till it's over. They got to fight till the last whistle. The Mawlai are knocked out of their strides by Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club's positive play. The start, great fashion, and during that phase managed to score a couple of goals, which is why you see Mawlai Sporting Club sit in a comfortable 3-1 lead. The last 10 minutes has been all Sikkim Brotherhood. Still 4 minutes of play left. Getting a change ready. Good to see Arkibor back on his feet, ready to step in. Down to 10 men momentarily, Mawlai. And the Kumal Lapak Stadium, the venue of all the Group A games. Robert. There's a shooting chance. Wide of the far post. And this was it, Robertson. Now the danger only half cleared. And manages to win the second ball quickly enough. Vincent Shimrang is the player ready to come on. Vincent Shirmang. A midfielder will be introduced, but what a pass! The keeper caught in no man's land. Who was just a mere spectator, Devnath Mondal. What a ball inside the fullback. Had a chance to put the game to bed. It's 2.5 minutes of stoppage time still left. Should be a card. A booking right at the end. Unnecessary. More out of frustration. And this was it from the number 22, Sailesh Pradhan. A slightly immature act. Another Mawlai player going down. Just got to hold up. Drag it towards the corner flag and try and buy some time. They can spring on a counter. Sikkim. Lepcha. That's an ambitious try though. Well, just the last few seconds left. The referee had a closer look at his watch. Asking his players to push up. Devnath Mondal. And just about 20 seconds left. Might be the last attack. Can they find another goal? Sailesh. Beautifully cut out. The referee just signals the player to get in. Cross from deep. Good defending from Mawlai. They conceded in 6 games in a row now. 5 in the Meghalaya Super League and 1 in the I-League 3. That's one area they need improvement. They need some reinforcements. And that is the final word. From resistance to resurgence to complete reward. Mawlai Sports Club, who endured the first half, survived the storm, and then in the fading light found their voice. 3 goals, clinical, decisive, turning pressure into dominance. And Sikkim Brotherhood Football Club so strong early on, but unable to carry that control through. From being tested to taking control, Mawlai Sports Club have written a comeback of character. At full time, here in Imphal, it's Mawlai Sports Club 3, Sikkim Brotherhood FC 1. This is the highlight of the second match of Group A. This is how they started the second half. Sort of Biswas hits the side netting, and this is how almost broke free. And resulting into the first goal. Poor marking, no one closing him down. Came in from the blind side, and then Soothing puts it over. They're setting up for a cross. A fumble from Lamare.